Hello guys, welcome to Learn English Easily YouTube channel. In this video, we want to talk about another part of parts of speech, and that's called article. Now, what's article? Article is something that limits noun. It limits noun. For example, I say that a pen. So it means one pen. Now it has limited the noun. That's what article does. This definition might not include all the functions of article, as in some places it exceeds this definition, but this is a unanimously agreed definition we have regarding article. Now, article itself is divided into two parts. We have two kinds of article. One is indefinite article, the other one is definite article. Let's talk about indefinite article. Indefinite article itself means we have two indefinite articles. One is a and the other one is an. A and an. For example, I say a university, or I say an hour. There might be a question that when should we use a and when should we use an? It's quite simple. We use a before a word that starts with a consonant sound. Okay. And we use an before a word that starts with a vowel sound. Focus that I'm saying sound, not letters. We have 26 letters in English alphabet. That is something else. But we also have different sounds. More than 40 sounds in English language. So when we have a vowel sound, yes, the sounds which when we pronounce, when we produce, this part does not stop, like sound of I can continue, ooh, I can continue. But consonant sounds are the sounds when I produce, it gets stuck, it cannot continue. For example, b, over, s, over, yes, k, it's over. So that is the main difference between consonant and vowel, though for sure it needs further discussion, but today is not our concern. Okay? We are not talking about the pronunciation. So, consonant sound and vowel sound. It's not about letter, it's about sound. That's why it is university. It is U. It is a vowel letter. But because this letter does not have the vowel sound, that's why I use what? A. Like a book, a pen. Same case, a university. Yes, a unit. But here, because I have our, it is vowel sound, though it starts with H, which is not vowel letter. But because the sound is vowel sound, that's why I use what? An hour. So that's very much important. Now, the question is, what do a or an mean? What's their meaning? Number A, we use indefinite articles before singular countable noun, and when we use before singular countable noun, it means what? One. So, we use it before a singular countable noun. I hope you guys remember countable noun. If you guys don't remember, you can get to the playlist of noun. There you can review the countable, uncountable nouns. I've already made a video about it. So it should be countable noun and it should be singular. It means if it is uncountable noun, we cannot use indefinite article. I cannot say a rice or I don't know, an oil. It's not possible. So we use it before countable nouns. If the countable noun is singular, we use a or an and it means one. Example, a book means one book. An umbrella, umbrella means one umbrella. Now here, because umbrella it is vowel sound, that's why I have used what? An. But here, because it was not a, o, it was u, That's why I used a. What is the second meaning of indefinite article? The second meaning, again, before singular countable noun, it means what? Every. This meaning of indefinite article is not very common, means we do not see it in a lot of places. But when we talk about rules, when we read laws, this kind of things, this kind of text or in this kind of environments or settings, we use indefinite articles mostly in this sense, every. For example, a criminal should be punished. Now if I translate like a criminal should be punished means only one criminal should be punished, means other criminals, they should be let free. For sure, that is wrong. What this sentence means is that every criminal should be punished. Or another example, that a student should have ID card, means every student should have ID card. Yes. A driver should have license, means every driver should have license. It's not like if only one driver has license, then okay, other drivers go, no need. Every driver should have license. Third meaning of indefinite article, it is per. Yes, it's per unit, this and that. For example, $2 a kilo means per kilo $2. You want to buy something, so say how much is it? Say $2 a kilo, means per kilo $2. Another example which is very common, this is the most common one where we use our and in this sense, 50 kilometer an hour. Yes, normally we hear this, that 50 kilometer per hour. It's also possible to say 50 kilometer an hour. Sort of per we use what? An. 50 kilometer an hour. So indefinite articles have three different meanings. One, every, and per. Now, let's get to definite article. Definite article is only one, and that is the. Regarding pronunciation, there is discussion. Some people say we can pronounce it in different ways as well, considering this that either it is followed by a consonant or vowel sound, but we will not get to that. So definite article is only one, and that is the. Definite article can be used in different places. I've listed here two general, and the third one is a little bit different. A noun mentioned another time. Okay, it means we have already discussed about something, we have already mentioned that particular noun, and now I'm mentioning that noun, or we are mentioning that noun another time again. Yes, so it is repeated. Now the second time when I mention the same noun, so I use what? The. Why? Because it has become definite. I'm talking about that noun that we have already discussed. When I say the book, you know which book. When I say the student, you know which student. When I say the plan, you know which plan I'm talking about. It's already clear between us. We have already talked about it. So it is the second time, third time, or any other time that we are talking about it. So it has been mentioned before, and I'm mentioning it again. That's why we use what? The. Because it has become already definite, specific, clear. Example, I watched the movie last night. For example, a friend of you suggested that there is a good movie, it's called this and that. You said, okay, I'll watch it. And then the next day when you meet your friend, I said, yeah, I watched the movie last night. It was really good. Thanks for suggesting this and that. So I watched the movie. Means that movie that you told me yesterday about. Yes? So that's why we use what? The. We know which movie. Second, we use definite article before unique objects, the things that we consider to be unique. For example, the sun. Sun is something unique. Before that, we use the. Or for example, the Everest, the highest summit of the world. So that is something unique. That's why we use the before it. Like the same, any other thing that is unanimously, generally considered unique, or at least a group of people consider unique, that can be used. In addition to that, about that, there's a lot of other issues as well, but this is a very general rule I'm talking about. Number C, superlatives. means we use the before superlative degrees of adjective or adverb. Example, the best, yes, the most beautiful, or I don't know, the fastest. So before superlatives we use the. We also use the before ordinal numbers. So we have one cardinal number like 1, 2, 3, and when we have ordinal number like first, second, third. So before ordinal numbers also we use what? The. For example, the third floor, the second position, like this. So before that we use the. We also use definite article before the word same. It's not 100%, but most of the cases we use the before same and only. Before these two words also we use the. Example, the same person. I have person and I have same. Before same I use what? The same person, the same day, the very same question, like this kind of things. And also I have what? Only. I can also use, in most of the cases we should use the before only as well. The only question, the only problem, the only request, like this kind of things. Regarding definite article, we have a very long discussion. It has a lot of exceptions. What should we do with proper nouns, and which proper nouns we can use it, where we cannot use it, about names of countries, this and that. Overall, it is a very debatable topic, but here I have listed very common ones, the ones that are unanimously agreed by almost all the people. So that's it about articles. If you have any question, if you have any particular case where you're confused, either should you use article or not, feel free to comment it. I'll be more than happy to answer that. And kindly like the video, subscribe the channel if you have not yet, and share the videos with your friends and acquaintances. Have a great time. See you guys.